Hey guys, welcome back to our podcast, episode 4.
Episode 4, we're so excited for you guys to listen, and I don't know whether you're listening or whether you're watching, don't know if you can tell, which you probably can. We did get new microphones. Round of applause for us, everybody. Yay. Definitely a step up from the clip-ons, for sure. Those were not our friends. Those were our foes. They were not there for us. So
They did the job until...
Right. They did the job until I played myself back, and I was like, oh, okay, that's
Can't
what
really
I sound
hear
like.
me.
Yeah, can't really hear us. So we got new microphones, and I hope this is a little bit better for your ears and for your eyes. And yeah.
And we'll adjust the sound as needed in the future if it needs to be adjusted.
Oh my god, yeah. So also, if you're watching, please pretend like you don't see the oil stain.
Your microphone is kind of covering it, I feel like.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Watch it not be.
Pretend like you don't see it. Pretend like it's not there. It didn't happen. I was eating some olives before this that were drenched in oil. And if you know me, you know that I cannot eat anything. And
Without
I mean
getting
anything.
it on herself.
Without getting it on me. And it's the same exact spot on every shirt as well. It never fails.
I think it's because your boobs. That's what it is.
Oh,
your
it's
boobs
like
stick out.
so much area. What is it called?
Surface area?
Yes. So much surface area that the chances of oil or something dripping on it is increased because
for
of how
me,
big my
mine would
boobs are.
just drop on the floor because there's nothing there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It would just fall on the floor. It
That's
just
funny.
falls on your boob.
I didn't think of it like that, but soon I won't have that problem because I'm cutting my boobs off. I'm chopping them off. I'm doing the big chop.
And maybe like eating one. I don't know. Like your boobs, like you have to like put the food close. I don't know.
Yeah, because when I'm eating, I don't eat like
You
with my
can't,
face in the bowl. I eat like a normal human being, like sitting up. So, and the way that my mouth, yeah, no, you're right about the boob part, definitely.
Right? We've always wondered that.
Yeah.
Maybe I just had an epiphany. Oh, this earring is hurting my ear.
And I just got this shirt. Actually, I got the infamous TikTok shop fold over pants and top set, which I love. It was $12. Very worth it. Very, very. I thought it was just the hype. I thought it was just because these girls were skinny, but no,
I know, it's making me want to get a set.
And it's silky and it's comfy. It's so nice. What?
I was just making sure my phone's on silent.
Oh, it's so nice.
Bruh.
And I'm wearing the top today because it went with my outfit. And then I happened to just get an oil stain on it. So, yeah, I might have to go and order another one if this stain doesn't come out.
It'll come out. Dawn dish soap.
Yeah. Oh my god, the amount of times I've had to give my mom an article of my clothing and said, hey,
Get this stain out, please,
please. Mommy. Honestly, every time I eat, I think it's every outfit I wear. Everything I wear has a stain on it. Oh my god. I was watching this TikTok, and I don't know why. My algorithm is very off, guys, because I haven't been on it in 4 years, so it's my algorithm is not built the way that it is on Instagram, so I spend most of my time on Instagram rather than TikTok. But now that I'm back on TikTok, I'm realizing that you have to engage and scroll in order for you
have to create your algorithm.
Right, in order
like,
for you to not only create your algorithm, but for you to also get views and likes, right? So I'm like, okay, fine, whatever, I'll scroll. And today I just happened to be on, like, I guess, like, not the conspiracy theory, but like that side of TikTok where like it plays like the scary music in the back.
She sent me videos of conspiracies about dolphins.
Oh my, yes.
Dude, and then you know what's crazy? Did you see that video sent to me like 5-6 times?
Really?
Yeah, it was really weird.
That's weird. I only sent it, maybe I did send it multiple times. No, I only sent it once.
Nah, it was like back to back to back to back.
I only sent it once. And
it was like a creepy video.
It was
too.
creepy. It was creepy, but it was creepy in like a good
Not in
way.
like a scary way.
It was creepy in like a what the fuck are they hiding from us kind of way. So basically the idea of the video was that, so back in the day, they used to have birthing facilities where women would go and they would give birth surrounded by dolphins because the what is it called, the vibrations that dolphins emit are supposed to help you not only give birth but to help the baby as well. And a lot of cases have come out where people who were born in these kinds of facilities ended up becoming like geniuses and extremely empathetic and just overall upstanding, well-rounded people. And then I think it was like in the 80s or something, I could be completely off with the timing, they stopped and they banned it. Like the government said, no more doing it. You cannot do it. At this point, you can't even look at dolphins. You can't even talk to dolphins. Do not interact with them. Like there is quite literally you can't out in public, or obviously you're in public, but like if you're out in the ocean, you're on vacation, you come across a dolphin, they tell you you cannot interact with it. And a lot of people think that the reason the government did that and said that and implemented that was because that dolphins know things. This is going to sound really weird, but dolphins know things that we don't. And like, I mean, they are, scientifically speaking, they are the second smartest mammal on planet Earth.
Or animal in general.
Next to us. So, I don't know.
And my theory is, guys, like, we can't really communicate with them like that, with animals in general. So I'm like, dude, why do we just automatically assume they're all, like, way dumber? I mean, I know that there's, like, whatever behind it, but, like, you know, dolphins could be smarter than us. They probably fucking are. They're like, these stupid bitches are, like, destroying the earth.
But that's one of the videos I watched was this lady was saying maybe the government doesn't want us interacting with dolphins because they can find a way to interact back with
and
us
tell us things that we shouldn't know.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. I mean, 80% of the ocean is
not discovered.
Has not been discovered yet. We don't know what's down there. But the dolphins do. The dolphins know what's down there.
They're in that bitch.
They've seen some shit. And imagine they come back and they tell us, like, hey, guys, like, I don't know, maybe you need to come down here. Maybe you need to, like,
come down.
Maybe you need to come down here. Like, some crazy shit's going on. We got
apparently
some shit
NASA
down here.
before it was before they studied outer space, they studied the ocean, and then something took a turn where they're like, let's study outer space instead. So whatever they saw down there, what if it made them be like, oh shit, let's find a way off this planet?
You know what I think sometimes, and this might make me sound a little bit crazy, but
yeah, this is all just like
whatever.
Conspiracies.
Sometimes when I think of the ocean, I think of it as like, I think there might be a whole other world down there, in the sense of it's flipped, right? It's like how in what is it?
Peter Pan?
No. In what's the movie with 11?
Stranger Things.
In Stranger Things, how they have the other side. That's what I kind of imagine the ocean to be. So, like, if you go down deep enough, you flip to, like, a completely different, like, universe. And it's like a whole city
crazy
down there.
Because there's shit in the ocean that it, like, first of all, new species just, like, appear randomly. Like, fungus and bacteria will, like, group together in the ocean and just, like, form life. You know? And they'll just form a random new species. And some of this, like, I don't even know what to call them, fish or whatever, you'll look at them and it looks like it was drawn in a cartoon. Like, it doesn't even look earthly type shit. Like, there's shit that you've never seen before, couldn't even imagine what it looks like down there.
That's why when people are like, mermaids are not real. Are you stupid?
How do you know?
Do you have a condensed brain? What do you mean? There's anything is First of all, let me just put this out there, and I don't mean this in a conspiracy theory kind of way. I mean this in a legit way. Anything is fucking possible. Yeah. In the world we live in, literally anything is possible. I'm not saying that these mermaids are like H2O mermaids and like the shit we see in movies and shows. No. They're like scary looking, fucking gills and all, fangs and all mermaids, but they are what we would consider mermaids. Yeah. I think they are real.
Like the type of shit that goes on in the ocean and I mean, I know it's obviously a big vast place, and so we can't find a lot of the ships that wreck or go missing. But like the Bermuda Triangle, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
What's that? You tell me. Why did I have like this innate fear like from the ages of like 6 to 9, something about the Bermuda Triangle, like
they made you fear
I
it
was
like
like,
it was gonna be a problem for you in
yeah,
the future.
no, literally.
Same with quicksand.
yes,
They made
why?
you think that like you were gonna come across quicksand sometime in your life, and you were gonna really
like walking
almost
to
die
the
because of
store
it.
to get an ice cream cone. Watch out for the fucking quicksand. Like what?
They
Taking
did
a plane.
make you-
Taking a plane to New York. Watch out for the Bermuda Triangle, baby. You might get sucked
Yeah.
in. Like from the ages of 6 to 9, I don't know what it was, what I watched, what I read.
I think it's a universal
It's
thing.
a universal thing,
Yeah.
right?
For
That-
at least our generation, I don't know about others, but we really thought some shit was gonna be an issue.
I think the Bermuda Triangle was debunked, though. I could be wrong.
I don't think so. I think it has to do with obviously no one knows. I don't know why I keep doing hand quotations. But but
Right? It
Oh,
was debunked.
no, something about the like magnetic poles and stuff is what was making it.
So we have magnetic poles and you don't believe in mermaids? Okay. What?
Okay, first of all, a dolphin is a mammal. It lives in the ocean. A whale is a mammal and it lives in the ocean. Like, we're mammals. I'm pretty sure there's something that can come close to us that lives in the ocean.
Like, we're not
Mermaid.
we're not talking Aquaman. We're not talking Jason Momoa taking his fine ass out of the ocean, shirtless, with his long, luscious hair and his tan skin and his tattoos. That's not what we're saying is happening. I feel like maybe people are getting the wrong idea. No, that's not what we're saying. It's a creature of the sea, so it's gonna have human. Perhaps it may share the likes of a human, but
Like how, like, we share the likes of monkeys and stuff like that.
right, like evolutionary wise, but it's not clear from H2O. It's not.
Clear, no.
But there's so much undiscovered, and that's why when people like, it really pisses me off when you have those people who just want to be not negative, but just like want to be realist, quote unquote, so bad, and they're like
boring.
and you're like, oh, what do you mean? Vampires are not real, and they can never be real.
Can you just like
Can you shut the fuck up?
Yeah, not be boring for 1 second and have fun. Just like have an imagination and then maybe shit is real. How do you know everything?
Right.
You're not
You
Einstein, and
you
even
haven't
he
been
didn't know
alive for
everything.
thousands of years, so you couldn't really know
You're not.
what's been alive for
Yeah.
thousands of years. There's literally in history books throughout the years, thousands of years of civilizations, every civilization have written stories about dragons. Just saying.
What is that about?
Just fucking saying.
You know?
All I'm saying is everything that we know is based off of something that we've either learned about, we've seen in person, we have read about, we have watched. So our imaginary, us as humans, we are smart beings, and we can use our imaginary brain, but not to that extent where we create creatures, out of thin air, right? Everything that we've created, that we've written about, that we've drawn, that
Like, how did you know to think of that?
What
made you think that?
We have to
you had
see
to
something.
see something that created that in your imagination.
That gave you the inspiration.
right.
Like I used
not the
this,
exact thing, but like something that
exactly
made you think of fangs for a vampire or
mhm.
whatever.
And like I've used this analogy before where it's like, okay, let's say I grew up in a household where bicycles were banned. You couldn't talk about them, you couldn't read about them, but the parents knew what bicycles were, right? But the kids never did. They've never seen one. They've never heard of one. They've never talked about them. They've never read about them. So they don't even know what a bicycle is. If they go out in society and they see a bicycle, they're not going to know it's a bicycle because they've never seen it before. If they would have seen it before, they would have known, okay, that's a bicycle. I can now draw inspiration from that bicycle. Now that I know what it is and I see what it is, I know what it does, I can create a scooter from it. I can do this and this and this and this. People aren't just going to wake up one day and be like, I'm going to create, they did create a bicycle, but like, like everything is drawn from inspiration of something else.
That's already
People are not
existed.
just waking up and drawing pictures and creating mermaids and dragons
Right,
and
like,
vampires.
To
Like
those who drew, I guess, like on the hieroglyphs. Is that how you say that?
hieroglyphics.
Yeah, that would be like the first drawing of a
Mhm.
dragon or something. What made you draw that?
Right.
Like, you know, you didn't just like
Mhm.
come up with it all on your own. It would not look like that.
Mhm.
I
And
don't
I
know.
do think throughout the years it's been how do I say, like, Hollywoodified, right? Because we
Mhm.
want everything needs to be appealing to the eyes and appealing to the to the brain. Everything needs to have sex appeal. No one's gonna watch a movie with an ugly vampire who's 99 years old trying to get the girl. No,
Yeah.
but that's probably what they were. Truthfully, like, if vampires are real, they're probably not looking like Stefan and Damon. Let's be fucking real right now. They're
I
not
wish,
looking like
no.
Edward.
No, I think that some do, and I really in my soul believe that in another life
You
or
were
in
a
a
vampire?
multiverse, I was a vampire or I married one, whatever.
Mhm.
I
can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. You do give off very vampiric characteristics and tendencies. Yeah. What would I have
like
been
that.
in a past life? I think I was like an ancient queen or goddess or something.
Yeah. Kind of like an Egyptian ruler or something
Yeah.
like that.
Someone in high authority, because I think very I think very, like, not that I think highly of myself, but like I've always had this feeling and deep in my bones, and the people who understand,
That's how I feel about vampires.
Well,
Like I have
yeah.
it deep in my soul.
yeah, that I truly am like,
Like I relate to them
mhm,
somehow.
mhm.
Some
I
part of my
don't
soul
think I
calls
don't
out
feel
to
that
them.
way with being like an ancient Egyptian goddess. I think I feel that way with, like, modern day. Like, there's something in me that just like knows that it's weird. Like, no matter what I do, like, it's all going to, like, work out, and I'm going, not that I'm special, but, like, do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, but I think
It's gonna come off so fucking bad.
Yeah,
it's gonna
because,
come
I mean,
off so bad.
everyone's special, but no one's unique.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
No, I think it's the other way around.
Or whatever, the other way around. So, like, you feel that way, but everyone feels that way about themselves, you know? Like, we all had that, well, I don't know about we all, but, like, the universal experience of, like, growing up, learning about Jesus, and you're a kid, and you're like, dude, what if I am Jesus?
Yeah.
What if
Oh,
I
yeah.
am the second coming?
But sometimes it does
And then you
feel
get
like,
older, and you're like, I don't think so.
but do you not ever get those feelings where, like,
Oh, sorry.
it genuinely feels like the blood of your ancestors is running through you, and you are like, you can do anything?
I think I feel
And
that,
you are-
but in a
you are,
different,
like,
it
powerful?
manifests in a different way. Yes,
Yeah.
I genuinely feel like I have powers and I am magic.
Yeah.
And, like, not necessarily the blood of my ancestors, more from, like, a spiritual, unearthly, like, soul,
Mm-hmm.
ethereal vibe.
Mm-hmm. I've always felt that too. I've
Mhm.
always felt that too. Like, there's
But
something
you know what I
else
think
there
it is,
that
though?
just,
I
like,
think it's the part of our brain that can tap into our spirituality so well, because a lot of people, not a lot of people can't. A lot of people can, but I
they
think
just choose not to.
But I think some people, they don't necessarily, like,
It comes
choose
easy.
to lean into that, or it doesn't come easy.
No, I was saying it comes easy to us.
Oh, yeah.
For us to do that.
So I
And-
think maybe that's, like, a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
I think
Just
so.
a thought.
I think so. Food for thought.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, I wasn't always very spiritual. It really didn't start happening until like the last 5 years or so. But even before that, there was always something in me. I don't know. It was just this, like, tingling feeling in the back of my brain that just, like, I just knew that
You were made for greatness.
yes. That's what I've been trying to say this whole time. Not that I'm special. I'm not fucking special. I'm nobody. Truthfully, I'm nobody. But I know deep down that, like, I am meant for greatness, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I could be, I don't know. I could be doing anything.
Yeah, I think it's not. Or what I was telling John the other day, I was like, when manifesting something or whatever, or the feeling you get,
Mm-hmm.
it's not about you choose the what, or like, I think you choose the what, and then the universe chooses the how
Mm-hmm.
and when.
Mm-hmm.
So all you need to know is what you want and what your goals are and what you want to achieve. And granted, yeah, you can picture the how. But the when and the exact how, I think, is up to the universe.
Do you think sometimes, though, we have, like, we look at that aspect of our life with, like, rose-colored glasses on because we live the way that we live? Like, do you think it's harder for someone else who isn't in our position? I'm just playing devil's advocate.
No,
because
that's good.
I agree with you because I'm the
because
same
I
way.
don't think I'm saying like, yeah, I think this and that, and I'm not even sure what I believe and think. I'm just like, that's a thought,
Yeah.
know. But yeah, I'm not sure. I think that's really hard. It's like incomprehensible
Because
I truly deep down feel that way, but when I look at the world in certain people's cases, then it like makes me not believe that. So it's like very contradicting to my own thoughts. I think it just depends on maybe your soul's purpose.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
On this earth.
That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Because everything, no matter what you believe in, if you're an atheist, you don't believe in anything. If you're agnostic, you believe in everything. If you're, Christian, if you're spiritual, Buddhist, whatever. In mostly all religions, it is said that there is already a planned out, chosen path for you. Like, it's already been mapped out and planned out.
I think to an extent.
Right, to an extent, but at the end of the day, it's up to you to really push that sled and figure out, okay, well, I'm in a shitty fucking situation right now. But what am I going to do to get myself out of that situation? What energy am I going to put into the universe? Am I going to be completely negative and keep rolling with the negativity? Or am I going to try to be a little bit positive and think positively? And that's where my point comes in of me playing devil's advocate a little bit, because personally, I think if I was in, a shitty situation, in a situation that I'm not in right now, because, I'm very grateful for the life I live right now. But if I was in a completely different situation, I think it would be very hard for me to pull myself out of that and think differently and think positively and think, good thoughts instead of constantly
It's
being...
It's all easier said than done.
Yeah, of course.
But
of course.
Yeah. I agree. It's just, it is a touchy subject, though. Because, when you tell somebody who is in a shitty situation that, hey, like, you can pull yourself out of it, you're just not. Like, that's really hard to and obviously, it's all circumstantial.
It's all very, very, very like, I'm not going to tell a cancer patient.
Right.
Hey, bud, pull yourself out of it.
Right. It's all, like, if you can control
yes.
what's happening.
Yeah, a perfect way to put it. That's the point that we needed to add in there.
If you can control anything about the situation, then if it's possible for you to.
Exactly. Like, it's really just, I don't know, just the energy you put out there and how you get it back.
I mean, there's people who are in shitty situations that are out of their control, yet they still have a good mindset about it. And that just goes to show that, like, they still have joy.
Yep.
Sometimes.
Yep. I mean, look at the children in Gaza.
That's what I was getting at.
Who are starving, being slaughtered, being tortured.
Yet they still are grateful for everything and still thank their God and
they have never lost their faith.
Yeah, they're still playing with each other and all that.
So it changes. I know it definitely altered my mindset watching everything the past 2 years.
I'm getting chills right now as I'm talking. It's very inspiring.
Yeah.
The love and the joy that goes on still, and the faith that goes on, and the trust and the hope in a situation like that is insane to have.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, those are some powerful people and some very, very, like, I don't know, gracious people.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, worshiping God and all of that stuff is very, very inspirational. Like, the trust they have, the faith that they have, it's like provenly unbreakable.
Yeah.
And that's amazing. Very inspiring, very magical, very, you know, healing to see that.
It is. And it's, I don't know. It's just, I'm guilty. I feel guilty that it took me seeing everything that's going on for my mindset to be somewhat altered, you know?
But I think that also is very inspiring. I mean, that this awful thing is happening to them, and yet they're influencing the world. Like, they've, you know, seeing those videos, I've been influenced and reminded of how precious my life is and how grateful I am. But also, like, the faith part of it, like, it put faith in a whole new perspective for me. And I think that, like, yes, everything, you know, it's shitty and awful, but, like, there's still love and faith and magic involved in all that's going on too.
And seeing humanity come together for a cause is chilling. It's really chilling, like, seeing, because we're so divided. We are just so fucking divided about everything, which nowadays, some things is, like, rightfully so. I want to be divided with you. I don't want to agree with you. I don't even want to be, you know, associated with you. But, like, we are just so divided, and to see people from all walks of life coming together to support one nation and one people is truly, truly inspiring, and it's invigorating. It makes you want to be a better person, and it makes you, you know, step back and reevaluate and look at your life and be grateful for what you have, you know. Not a lot of people have things to be grateful for. Unfortunately, they might have shitty circumstances and a shitty life, but even those people take a step back and they're like, damn, I got it made over here, you know. Like, I'm alive. Like, I'm alive. I have a roof over my head. I have shoes on my feet, and I have food on my plate. And that's all you can ask for at the end of the day. That's all you can fucking ask for.
It's a very heavy,
yeah,
heavy, soul-touching topic.
Which we've spent countless hours talking about, discussing. It's one of those things that it's like you can't talk enough about it, because there's just so many intricacies to it. There's so many things to talk about and to discuss and to parlay about. And I'm just so grateful to be surrounded by people who are willing to have these discussions and willing to talk. Because if I didn't, I think I would genuinely go crazy. I would, if I didn't have an outlet to express my concerns and my rage.
Or I feel like the hope would dwindle. Not be there.
It would dwindle. It would honestly dwindle. If
no one, you know, around me saw what was going on and cared to talk about it and had the same, you know, feelings and thoughts that I had behind it, it would be like, oh my God, like, we're all, you know, so far gone, whatever. And a lot of people are, but it does give you hope that, hey, like, not everyone, you know.
Not everyone's like that. And that's honestly why we started this podcast too, because we could talk about
stuff like this
forever and ever. And I cherish it so much. I cherish it so freaking much. Like, we can literally just talk and yeah, we'll just ramble off and talk about random shit, but we can also get really deep too, and we can talk about real shit and talk about the tragedy of our world right now, and we don't have to keep it all in. and deal with it all
Yeah.
ourselves, because a lot of people would self-implode, me included. I would self-implode if I had to keep it all in, and I didn't have, an outlet to express these concerns and these worries to, like, it would genuinely, I would be like, oh my god, I'm going crazy. And another thing about Rena too, and honestly my entire friend group, like everybody, you know who you are, everybody are those kinds of people where we can sit there and have a conversation, and I can say the craziest shit, like I believe in vampires, and they're gonna be like, wait, you know what?
That
I do
actually makes
too.
sense. Yeah.
That makes sense. Like, yeah, we might be feeding each other's delusion, but not really though.
We're just having an open mind, and I think that, like,
We're open-minded in a way that allows everyone to just be themselves, be authentic. Like, if you want to fucking sit there and announce and exclaim that you believe in mermaids and vampires, then so be it. No one's gonna laugh at you. No one's gonna laugh it off. No one's gonna judge you. No one's gonna give you a weird look.
I'm taking that seriously.
Yeah, if anything,
because I believe in that too.
Yeah, if anything, they're taking it in, and they're considering the possibilities, which a lot of people don't fucking do. They just automatically write you off as a fucking psychopath who belongs in the loony bin. But no, not my friend group, not our friend group. They will not do that, and I am so fucking grateful for that.
Yeah, I'm so grateful that, like, we are comfortable expressing our intrusive thoughts to each other. So that way, because, like, sometimes you can think that you only think this way or you only do these things, and that, like, I might be a little nutso. But then, like, if you say it out loud, other people are like, oh yeah, I have the same thoughts. I have the same feelings. I do the same shit. I just don't talk about it because it's weird. But I don't know.
There's been a few instances where one of us have mentioned something that maybe, like, a few others may have been too afraid to mention, but I think for the most part we're so open that there's nothing that goes unsaid. Like there's nothing that is that one person will say that another person might have held back from saying, because we're all so open with each other that, like, we just spit it out then and there. Obviously there might be some hidden secrets that, you want to keep to yourself, which I completely understand.
Right, but, like, shit like, oh, people might think I'm crazy for saying this random thing or having this intrusive thought, stuff like that.
Like, if we had someone come up to us, one of our friends come up to us, and they're like, we think the earth is flat.
Okay.
We may not agree.
It might
but we're
be,
gonna sit there and we're gonna think about it for a minute.
I've never been to outer space and looked down on the earth. You know?
Yeah. I don't know. I have to see for myself, so I'm not going to debunk it. Like, it's just one of those things where we appreciate each other's quirkiness too, and, like, we can just take it all in stride.
And I think that stuff like that shows how, like, how someone can be so open-minded and so creative and so fun and, like, imaginative and, like, I don't know, that's appealing to have those qualities in a person. So yeah, I want to surround myself with those people. Like, if everything was just like, no, this is this and this is this and that's it, like, that's so boring to me.
Or, like, people who have the personality of, like a flatbread pizza. I'm like, dude, like,
I've never heard that analogy.
Like, it just, like, I'm just like, okay, like, what am I, like, what am I supposed to do with that? Like, I want you to tell me your deepest, darkest secrets, and I want you to tell me, like, crazy shit you believe in.
But also, we can also still relate to the people with the flatbread pizza
personalities. Yes, we can. See, we're very versatile in that sense.
Because I'm thinking, like, actually not. I would probably vibe with that person too. Just, like, I would have to have also friends who I can discuss like complex.
No, we are chameleons. We are chameleons.
Very much so.
We've been to, like, functions where, like, it is just straight flatbread pizza. Like, it is just like there's not two brain cells to rub together, babe.
And then,
but
obviously,
you know what?
You don't know this person that well, so you're not gonna just talk about this and that.
Right. And but then again, you do meet some people out in public randomly, and they will tell you their whole life story. And I'm the same way too. I'm like, okay, babe, let's tell each other freaking our deepest, darkest secrets. Yeah. Why not?
And you know what's so crazy? It's like, I don't really maybe with my friends, my close friends, because I feel comfortable doing that. I'll like trauma dump or whatever. But like with random people, I don't. But then every once in a while,
You'll meet that one person.
You'll meet this one person. It's like they have a spell, and it
Yes.
just makes you like, I don't even know your name yet, and I'm already telling you all my deepest, darkest secrets, trauma dumping, and all of this stuff. And I'm like, that's so weird that those people can have like effects on you like
They're
that.
witches.
Yeah,
They
I
are witches.
swear they have a spell that makes
Every
you open
woman I've ever met who I've spilled my entire life to has been a brunette. They are witches. We are witches. Brunettes are something. They put you under a damn spell and they make you tell them your entire life story, and it's beautiful. And it's beautiful, honestly. I wouldn't have it any other way. I think it's just being a woman, though. Like, you're just like an ethereal being, and like
Yeah,
you.
women
It's
are
like
very
the siren song.
majestical.
Yeah. Like we can
They put you in a
literally
trance.
like that's the thing. We can vibe with anybody. We can vibe with a brick wall if we wanted to, which sometimes talking to some people it feels like I'm vibing with a brick wall, but you know what, god damn it, am I
I'm
there
gonna
vibing.
go with it. Because also if you're in that situation, like either you're going to a function knowing that and making the best out of it, or you're in a situation, why not you vibe with the person when you can. You know, obviously there's some situations where it's like, okay, now you're just saying like shit that I don't agree with morally, where I can't vibe with you, but that's different.
I don't think I've not recently, at least. I don't really get out
No.
enough to have interactions like that.
I've met some
Really?
people where I'm like, I just can't, I would not vibe with you outside of this at all, because like the unmoral aspect, and it's like
Immoral?
yeah.
Really? Recently? Guys, I'm trying to figure this out because we're with each other all the time, so where could she have possibly
Well,
gone?
like I'll vibe with them, but like I wouldn't. Maybe no, I could still vibe with them. Just like it's
just
kind of
get
like
the
you
idea-
are who you surround yourself with. So I wouldn't surround myself with that person, and that's, I guess that's rare. But like at work and stuff, or people who like just say like shit that's like so unempathetic.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, where it's like, okay, or it's like people at I don't want people to watch this and like think I'm talking about them. People at John's work or whatever, they'll say some shit where it's like, wow, I would really not be your friend because of you saying that.
Oh, that's a completely different
That's
story.
what I'm
And when they start
saying.
showing their true colors
That's
as
what
to
I'm
what they
saying.
believe in,
Like
yeah.
saying like outwardly racist shit and stuff like
Okay,
that. That's when
okay.
I'm like, yeah, we cannot vibe.
Okay. I was speaking in the sense of like you're at a house party and we're having a
Oh, no,
conversation and I
no.
can just tell there's nothing going on
Well, yeah.
behind the eyes
No, I
and
could do
between
that.
the ears.
Yeah, I could do that all day. Because
Yeah.
sometimes there's nothing going on behind my eyes.
Yeah.
Some days.
You know? It really just depends on what day you get me on, honestly. Honestly and truly. I haven't had an interaction as of late where I felt like I had to extract myself because that person just wasn't following the same moral guideline as I was. Thankfully,
yeah.
that's a blessing, honestly, because I genuinely do believe if I caught myself in that situation, it'd be a sucker punch to the face then and there.
I know. I don't know how some people would deal with it. I mean, granted, like the stuff that we've heard is kind of like it's in the workplace, so you do what you gotta do, which sucks, and like sucks that you can't really hold everybody accountable the way you want to. Well, it's not even your job. Maybe it is. I don't know. Anyway.
It's a slippery slope.
It is a slippery
It's a slippery slope. It really, really is a slippery slope when it comes to trying to navigate, like, I know what I stand for, and I know what I believe, and I truly do believe that what I believe is right. Because everyone believes what they believe is right. But at the end of the day, morally speaking,
it's different.
there is always it is going to be black and white. There is a certain morality line that you cross when you kill innocent people, right?
Stuff like that.
And you condone killing innocent people. So if you condone it and you support it, you have crossed that line of morality where you're dipping into pretty muddy waters where you're like, but my president says that it's fine. Okay, you know what? Truthfully, that's like, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Hello?
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I just get so pissed off, like, whenever I think of those people, which I need to calm myself.
And
but, like, I'm actually laughing because people are so stupid.
Like, if it was a situation like that where I genuinely felt like, okay, you know, I think maybe they might be a bit misguided and they're not educated enough, so they're simply just choosing to support
That's exactly what it is.
Because they have no other choice.
With a lot of people.
Not they have no other choice, but they have no
That's
other...
what they think
people
around them is doing it.
Like, if I was in that situation where I met someone like that, okay, then I feel like it would be my obligation to teach them a little something, right? But if it was just someone who there was no way of convincing them otherwise.
That's what I'm saying. There's been people like that like I've heard recently say some shit that's like, wow.
Oh yeah, then
they're a bad person, which is crazy because like usually, you know, we have very loving friends, very loving families, so like a lot of people that we're surrounded by like are just good people, and we surround ourselves with good people, so it's rare to come across that. But when you do, it's like, holy crap, people think like that for real, and it's so scary.
That's one thing I had to unlearn, is like, not everyone is going to think like you, and you cannot change everyone's mind. You cannot, because I want people to think how I think, because it just seems like simple human nature, right? It doesn't seem like this big philosophical, you know, idea or theology.
It's just like an
instinctual feeling and action to think and to feel the way that I feel, right? So when someone doesn't, I'm like,
What's wrong?
Like, is it a chemical imbalance? Is it...
And that's crazy. Because we were just talking about how we can vibe with everyone and, like, all of that stuff.
We can. So, yeah, we can vibe with everyone, but it's just a matter of, do I want to sacrifice my beliefs and my morality and sit here and vibe, quote-unquote, vibe with this person because I don't like what they're saying. I don't like what they believe.
Whenever it's a one-time interaction, I can deal with it, thug it out, get it over with, you know, be nice, be
cordial,
right,
be civil.
and I'm gonna be nice. Humans are humans, so you're a human too. I'm gonna be nice, treat you like a human, treat you with respect, regardless. But it's not someone who I would choose to have in my daily life. If I had to hang out with them daily, maybe then that would be like,
that's where you draw the line,
right?
That's where you draw.
That's exactly what I was saying. There's some interactions where I would draw the line on having to interact with them daily.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, there's some people
because I don't want your negative or whatever you got going on rubbing off on me, rubbing off on anything around me. I just don't want to be in that energy.
Unintelligent, uneducated. I don't need that, baby. I'm getting a degree. I don't need that mess near me, honestly and truly. I want to surround myself with intelligent, educated people.
Or I get filled with anger sometimes, and I don't like that feeling. So, like, why would I put myself in that energy intentionally?
Oh, yeah. It's the anger. It's the anger part. It's the anger part. The anger
I don't
that
like the way it makes me feel at all.
The anger that I think I get angry because I can't
do anything about it.
Yeah, like I can't,
and I can't change your mind. I can't do anything. You know, you're gonna think I'm wrong, which is crazy, and that makes me mad. But
Yep. So that just goes to show. So yeah, we can vibe with everyone, but do we choose to vibe with everyone all the time? Would we choose to vibe with certain people all the time? Probably not.
Most of the time.
Can we? Yeah, we most certainly can.
Most of the time. I mean, I choose to vibe with everyone if I can, but...
And, like, I think we're two people, and our whole entire friend group, are people who have been in so many different situations with so many different kinds of people that we've kind of just been forced to vibe with so many different kinds of people from various backgrounds, various geographical locations and homes and different accents and, different skin colors, different religions, different neurodivergencies, everything. From one person to the next, it's never the same. And I think it's so beautiful It's so beautiful that we've been privileged enough to experience being around so many different kinds of people.
It's also the area we grew up in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I also love that we grew up in a diverse area because, like, I think that, like, plays the biggest role in how you view other people and other cultures. That plays the biggest role because who are the people who are racist?
Yeah, the ones who never stepped foot out of their damn house.
Yeah.
And put themselves in a situation where you're around people.
Or, like, you're uncomfortable with things because you haven't experienced it and witnessed it before. And so it makes you uncomfortable. But if you grow up with witnessing it and, like, seeing it and hearing it, it's like, okay, like, that's familiar to me, so I'm not thinking anything of it. Other people, uncomfortable feels gross, feels icky, so they're gonna think badly of it. It's not bad, it's just not familiar with you, so you're uncomfortable, which is fine. That's, how it works, but that doesn't mean it's bad. A lot of people confuse that. They see something and it makes them feel weird, so they automatically think it's wrong. It's not. You haven't seen it before and it makes you uncomfortable.
Like when I meet a new person, race, religion, gender, ethnicity, that's not on my radar. Like I'm not clocking it. I'm figuring out whether you're a good fucking human or not. Genuinely.
Or if I can, like, hold conversation with you, like how I can with Nick and, like, all my friends, You could
be an alien. I don't give a fuck. If I can hold a conversation with you, bro, join in. Welcome to the club. Come have a seat and we'll put you on the fucking podcast. I mean, shit. Like, that's it. That's it. That we're not gonna sit there and judge you based off of that. What we're gonna judge you for is, are you a fucking morally sound human being? That's what we're judging you for. And we're not two judgers. We're not judgers.
I try not to judge. Even, like, people who I'm like, okay, this is, this sounds very unethical and whatever. I'll still try to, like, figure out.
Give them the benefit of the doubt. Right. Yeah.
And not try to judge. But then there's certain cases where it's like, okay.
And with people, people who may come across as, like, what they say may be a little bit unethical, like, sometimes you do need to give them the benefit of the doubt because they may just be speaking from an extremely uneducated point of view.
And like I said, it's something in people's human nature to see something uncomfortable and think it's bad. So it's like, they don't even know that that's happening.
Like how we've been conditioned all these years to think that all Arabs are terrorists. I mean, like, it's literally been ingrained in, like, all of our fucking American brains.
Or they're trying
to. Obviously, we don't think that way, but they've tried so hard to make that a thing. Like, and people who are not surrounded, who are not in diverse areas, and who do not have friends who are Arab, and do not have friends who are Muslim, they might think, because they've been conditioned to think this way, they might think, oh, fucking Arabs are terrorists. Well, they've been conditioned to think that way because they're not around it. They don't have friends. They haven't had a conversation.
With someone who is not in the same ethnic group as you. So you don't know.
Yeah, we got fucking lucky.
Man. I don't know.
We got lucky.
We did, but also at the same time, whether or not, I don't know. Humans are humans. So it's like, treat other humans like you're a human.
People don't get that, man.
But why? Like, that's just common sense.
People don't get that because we've lived our lives putting people in boxes. Our whole life, the whole idea of life from what we've been taught is to put everyone in a box. When we go to school and we take a test, we sign off boxes. Are you white? Are you Hispanic? Are you black? Are you Asian? Are you disabled? Are you a veteran? Are you a female? Are you a male? Our whole life consists of signing boxes off and putting each other and ourselves into boxes, so we can't help but put someone else in a box in society, right?
Yeah.
We can't help but stereotype. That's just the way life works, unfortunately. But if you can pull yourself out of that fucking matrix and say, wait, whoa, I'm not going to put her in a box. I'm not going to put him in a box. I'm not going to put them in a box. I'm going to see them simply as a fucking human who came out of their fucking mother's coochie, bro.
And I think the whole thing with, like, non-binary, transgender, who gives a fuck? Like, okay, this is also, like...
Question mark. I'm waiting. Who cares?
It's like, that's the whole well, not the whole thing. With some people, I have a cousin and
They identify
they
as
identify
in different pronouns?
Yes.
Okay.
And the whole thing with that is, though, it's not like it's just like, hey, don't put me in a box, which makes sense. You wouldn't want to be put in a box. See me as another soul walking on this earth, not as this, then, or that, you know? Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Because why are you trying to divide so many people and put so many people in categories when it really doesn't matter what category you're in, as long as you're a good human and you're another human being that I can love. And that's really, like, all that matters. Nothing matters. Like, your gender...
We'd be great rulers.
Your gender does not... Why the fuck does it matter? Humans are humans are humans.
Yeah.
Nothing matters like that. So I think that's the whole... I don't know, because I don't identify with, like, the LGBTQ community or whatever. But, like, I think that is a big part of it.
We'd make really fucking great rulers.
That's why I was like, once upon a time when I was in middle school or early high school, I would be like, I'm pansexual. Gavin was like, she's gay, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, I'm not even. Like, I'm definitely, I think, straight. Definitely, I think.
Oh my God, was that a confession on the podcast, guys?
No. But I would just be like, humans are humans. It's just whatever human I'm gonna love.
Yeah, whatever human you're attracted,
whatever
your soul is attracted
I fall in love
to,
with
then...
is a human. That's fine by me, you know.
Like,
why does anything else matter?
Why does that matter? Like, what is me marrying a woman affecting you in any fucking way?
And love is love. Like, love, the more love to go around, yeah. So why not?
Also, why wouldn't you want to see a hot woman couple? I know it might blind you for a minute because we're so fucking hot and, like, we're shining like the sun. But, like, why? Like, what? Why does it turn people's gears so fuck? It really just grinds those fucking gears. Why? Are you hiding something? Are you projecting, maybe?
I have this internal thought that people who are really homophobic are, like,
in the
projecting.
Closet.
Yes, because you're so scared of that part of yourself. So you're just projecting.
Oh, yeah. I can see that.
Because, like, 100%. Why do you care?
Do you know anyone who was raised by, like, a same-sex marriage couple?
I don't think so.
I don't either. But I love seeing it in, like, movies and shows.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I've met someone, but...
I don't know why. I just have a feeling that those kids are just more well-rounded than most. I don't know. Like, imagine having 2 gay dads. I don't know why that just sounds so appealing to me.
It sounds fun.
It sounds like,
I think maybe more well-rounded, because it's like lack of judgment in the household, which makes...
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Oh, my God. Like the show The Fosters. They had 2 moms.
In the Modern Family.
Yes. In Modern Family, too. And I think it's also, too, because the people that we have around us, like, our 2 guy best friends who are gay, they are, like, the greatest people ever. So, like, obviously we're so, like, we're biased, and we just, like, we love them so much, and we think that they would make, like, the best dads ever. So, like, I would love to be raised by them. 100%. 100%.
100%.
Like, what about that bothers you? Why does that bother people so much?
For me, I just think that to have as much diversity around you growing up, so you don't just get those 2 male figures, you also have, like, women figures that you can look up to as well. But it doesn't have to be... we had a conversation about this before. It doesn't have to be parent roles or parent figures that you look up to. It could be an aunt, it could be a cousin, whatever it may be.
A sister.
Yeah, you can have a strong woman role that you look up to. Multiple of everything's good. Multiple strong women to look up to, and multiple strong men to look up to, and multiple whatever, as long, you know, just to influence your life, and, like, what influences you.
And we've both gotten very lucky in that sense to have so many role models, so many great role models, and a great support system in our lives. and we have so many varying personalities and varying opinions to take in and to consider, because it's so many different people, so many different backgrounds. Like, growing up too, one thing we always talked about with our friend group was how we are all so different but so alike in so many ways, and we were all attracted to each other because of the fact that we were all so different. But like, obviously we had our similarities, and that's what,
initially started
the friendship. But as it grew, it was like, wow, like, you are teaching me something, I am teaching you something, we are learning together, we're growing together, and it's so beautiful and inspiring.
Yeah, you know what I love? I love that when people like take characteristics and personality traits from people that they meet and that they like about that person. And I love that. Like, I don't know, I think it's just so cute, like how we can hang out with someone for a long time and then pick up on their traits and characteristics because we watch them and we like what they do, what they say, stuff like that, their little quirks. So then we, and
I've picked up on so many things over the years, and I just hit my mic. And I think too, for me, like, I love not mimicking people, but I love doing accents.
And it's so like, weird. No, I like mimicking people, or like, I don't know, some things that people do, just like little quirky stuff. I'm like, oh, that's so cute, and then I start doing it, and I'm like, that feels so fun to do. So then it becomes a habit, and then I start doing that.
You'll always have a part of them with you.
Yeah, too. Like making like sound effects or whatever, like womp womp, or like stuff like that. Like I didn't necessarily do, but then I see other people do, and then like I start doing it. You know.
I heard someone say that humans in general, we are like a culmination of everyone that we meet and everyone that we love. Like, our personality is just
I like that so much about you that I want that for myself too.
Yeah. And like, throughout the years of being friends with so many different people, not so many different people, but so many people who are so different, it's easy to pick up on those little things and adopt them as your own, with obviously still paying homage to that person and like giving credit to that person, but like mentally, of course. But like, you're how do I say, you're like, you're all becoming a part of each other in little tiny ways. Like, obviously we're still ourselves and we're still authentically ourselves, but we pick up on these little things from each other, and our kids are gonna pick up on those things too, and then the new people that we meet are gonna pick up on those things too.
It's like, if you do or say something in a certain way, I'm like, oh my god, that was so your mom. Like, that just like reminded me of your mom, and that was a piece of your mom right there. Stuff like that. That's so cute.
Like, my laugh, that's all my mom. I heard myself laugh like a few years ago on video, and I had to play it back because I was like, oh my god, I'm turning into my mother, which is not a bad thing. Love my mom. But I was like, oh my god, I'm turning into my mother. I have her laugh, literally. Like, we are like identical fucking laughs. It's actually quite hilarious how crazy similar we sound when we laugh. And I always thought I had the most unique laugh. And then I heard my mom, and I was like, wait a fucking minute. We are one and the same.
My laugh changes.
No, you've always had the same laugh.
Really?
You've always had the same laugh.
Really?
I'm thinking about it right now. I have it like ingrained in my... You've always had the same laugh.
I feel like my laugh changes so many times.
When something is really funny and you're genuinely laughing, it is the same laugh.
Good to know.
Yeah, never misses a beat. It's the same laugh. Like, my laugh has changed over the years, I think. Like, it used to be that when something was really fucking funny, it was a straight wheeze. Now I don't wheeze anymore. I don't wheeze anymore.
Don't.
No. It's kind of sad. I feel like that was such a, like, part of me.
You do a little bit. Like, when we were watching that one clip of our podcast and we were laughing, I heard a little wheeze in the background.
It's like a silent, like, I can't even... I can't mimic it right now. I can't do it right now.
Subliminal.
It's like no, like I don't know. I can't.
Sorry, I don't know what. Subtle.
Subliminal.
Subliminal.
like hidden messages, like subliminal messages.
Yeah, and subtle. I was thinking just like a little hint of it.
No, my laugh is not subtle whatsoever.
Like John said, I laugh like Kat from is that her name? From Sam and Cat, Ariana Grande, and Victorious.
Really?
Yes,
Wait.
and that's why I'm like my laugh changes because I feel like I never thought that, and then hearing my laugh out loud, I think it's like the in between laugh. The in between laugh where it's like you're not like can't breathe laughing, but it's not like the it's like the in between that.
No, yeah. Well, no, you never had like a wheezing moment.
No.
Mm-mm.
No, I know. But like, how does she laugh? Wait, no, I need to fucking.
Wait, you have to play it now so we can hear it.
That's fine.
Oh my god. Guys, when we recorded and watched back the first episode, we were like rolling on the floor in tears. And I think it was just, we were just so tired and delusional too that it made everything funny. Yes! You do laugh like her! Guys, listen. That's Rena's laugh! Oh my god! Yes, yes! Oh my god!
So funny.
She does laugh like that. That's hilarious. I love it. You know what I've always been jealous of? I've always been jealous of people who look like who have celebrity lookalikes.
Me too, and I've never had a celebrity lookalike. I've never heard of one. Who?
I feel like
I don't see.
over the years, maybe I've told you you've looked like someone.
But I don't.
More recently, you've been favoring Elena Gilbert.
Don't gas me up.
Which I know is she loves vampires and she loves Vampire Diaries, so that's a compliment. I don't look like anyone, which should be a good thing, right? It is a good thing. But I'm also just like, damn, I wish I had a celebrity lookalike.
It's gonna be like the Megan Fox moment in Love Is Blind. I'm gonna be like, I look like Elena Gilbert, guys.
Maybe I'm just saying that because we've been on a like vampire kick recently, and like,
and I was her for Halloween, this past Halloween,
and she looked like her. That's why I'm saying I think she favors her in some areas. I think when you wear your hair down and straight too,
and the flat straight.
Yeah, it's giving Elena season 1, baby, with the True Religion jeans.
And I also like
and the Converse,
like early 2000 or
fashion,
mid 2000s, early 2000s fashion.
You do
the low rise jeans with the Converse.
That's all like that. You, baby. You need a new pair of low rise jeans.
Yeah, I sure do. But I was saying that we have unique features, so maybe that's why, like...
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think we do. Like, our noses and stuff, not like brown hair, blue eyes, brown hair, brown eyes, not that shit.
I think like, if I got the
I don't think anyone has the same shaped nose that I have, same with you.
Yeah, I think if I ever got a nose job and I got the swoopty nose, I would look like every other bitch. Like, at least my side profile would.
I've always thought you had, like, a button nose, like, swoopty a little bit.
I do have a button nose. But in certain angles, like, okay, if you've ever seen a picture of me smiling...
Sorry, I'm looking at her side profile, like...
If you've ever seen a picture of me smiling from, like, a side profile picture of me while I'm smiling, for some odd reason, my nose droops down. It has a natural tip up. But then when I'm smiling, or like laughing, it droops down, and it just is very unappealing.
Have you ever come across those people where like, oh, mine probably does it now that I'm paying attention to it, or maybe I'm doing it accidentally right now?
When flaring your nostrils?
No.
What?
Your nose just moves when you talk.
Everyone's nose moves when they talk.
No, I'm talking about like really moves, like.
Yeah, big-nosed people.
Really?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to just call you a big-nosed person.
I didn't even think that until you said that.
I'm sorry, I wasn't calling you.
Yeah, big-nosed people, damn.
No, I was thinking of, like, an old man with a big nose.
No, it's fine, I know I have a big nose.
You don't have a big nose. And if you do have a big nose, it fits your face. Because your nose isn't something that I clock when I look at you.
Right.
I also just think you're so beautiful.
I
so
clock
like,
it when I look at myself.
but that's what makes you unique.
That's
I
what I'm
like
saying.
your nose a lot.
Thank you.
I like your nose a lot.
Really? I like your nose a lot. I've always told you that
I
too.
know.
I love it.
I'll trade noses with you for a day, for a lifetime. Why not? Let's make it happen. Our one genie and a wish bottle. Swap noses with each other.
I'm a genie in a bottle, baby.
Speaking of Xtina, that's Christina. She's the one who sang that, right? I watched Burlesque for like the millionth time the other day. It never fails. Wagon Wheel Watusi.
What is that?
Oh my god, have you never watched Burlesque?
No.
What's going on? What's going on, guys? What's going on? What is up, everybody?
What did you say, but?
Wagon Wheel Watusi. That's what Cher says to Christina when Christina's trying out to be a burlesque dancer. And she's like, well, I bet you can't do this one, bitch. Wagon Wheel Watusi. And she fucking does it and she kills it.
Sounds like Badusi.
Badusi. Smells like Badusi. Who smells like Badusi? Boom, boom. Anyways, everybody. Anyways. In conclusion, right? I think so.
Yeah.
I'm
like, I don't know what else.
In conclusion, what did we even talk about?
I don't know.
In conclusion, yay gay marriage.
Mermaids are real.
Vampires are real. Hate to break it to everybody out there.
Dolphins know some shit.
They know shit and we don't. So there's that. And just be a fucking good person. It's not that hard, I promise. It's really not that hard. We all have our shitty moments where we're shitty people, and that's fine. That's fine. I've been a shitty person. You're not like
a fundamentally shitty person to your core.
That's different. I've had my shitty moments more times than I care to admit. But deep down in my soul, I truly do believe I'm a good person. I like to think I'm a good person. But, yeah. So just be a fucking good person. Be a good human, please. Care about the planet. Care about the people. It's not that hard. It really isn't. And yeah, that's it. Listen to the dolphins. Pet one if you see one. Say what they have to say, because they might have a lot to say. And I want to know. Relay the message back to me,
There's
please.
a lot of shit about dolphins that I could talk about if I, remember the shit.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. I don't remember things anymore.
I know, same. Sorry, I'm like, we're ending it now.
We're ending
a new conversation about dolphins.
Well, next episode, we'll try to remember more shit so we can tell you guys more shit. Anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed. And this is going to drop on Monday, so have a fucking fantastic Monday, everybody.
Yep.
Peace.
Bye. Love you.